Bonjour, this is DJ Vanas, the owner of Native Discovery and the author of the book, The Tiny Warrior. Welcome to another episode of Victory in 5, where we deal with issues and answer questions of clients and those I serve in a simple 5-minute format. This program, or this series, springs from my newest program, which is called Victory by Design, which is where we use the resources immediately within us and around us to create success. Not waiting for a better economy, a new administration, a perfect mix of resources, or a perfect timing, but what can we do with what we have right now to make an impact and create success? And so welcome to another episode. In this episode, we're going to deal with a situation that we all deal with in the world we live in today, which is dealing with fear, dealing with hesitation, with doubt. There's so much fear-mongering out in society today with the world we live in, the economy, who knows what's next, and there is a lot of fear. And one of the ways that we can deal with that is to practice courage on a daily basis. We have lots of opportunities to do that, but I am a big believer in developing our own personal war cry. Now, in our native culture, all of our tribes had a warrior society, and all of our warriors had a war cry that they would do before battle. And it was done for two reasons. The first reason was to give that warrior a boost of adrenaline, to give them a strength from within. When they do that war cry, it empowers them, it lights their spirit on fire, so they get ready to do what they're about to do. The second reason that a war cry was done was to intimidate the enemy, was to scare the enemy, to make the enemy, when they hear that war cry, they would go, "Ah!" How you like that special effect? And that was the other reason why the war cry was done. And when we look at how that can serve us in 2012 as a professional, we can use a lot of the same principles. We just don't have to do a war cry at the top of our lungs. Probably our family, our customers, our clients would be grateful if we didn't do it that way. But a war cry can come in many different forms. It can come in the form of a prayer, a mantra, maybe something we wear around our neck, maybe something we post on our wall in the office, something we carry in our wallet, have right next to our desk, to remind ourselves on a daily basis to have courage, to have strength in the face of something fearful. When we talk about what courage is, our warriors may have been afraid when they did the things that they did on behalf of their village or their people, but they did it anyway. And that's really what courage is all about. And the issue is not if we deal with something that scares us, but when we do, who will we turn to? Where will we go? What will our war cry be? If we don't have a war cry that we develop for ourselves, then we can go from being a warrior to a worrier. Warriors are very action-oriented. Warriors are complaint-oriented. Warriors are very focused on the solution. Worriers are very focused on the problem. Warriors say things like, the sky is the limit. And warriors say, the sky is falling. So when we adopt a war cry into our arsenal of tools that we can use on a daily basis, it keeps us strong, it keeps us resilient for the path ahead. The other thing that always fascinates me, I'm a big fan of history, I read history all the time, is the different war cries through different societies and different periods of history. The Vikings would bang their spears on their shields to intimidate the enemy and give themselves that adrenaline surge. The Maori, the native people of New Zealand, have one of my favorites. They have what's called the haka, where they slap their thighs and they do a dance to intimidate the enemy. And the way that they end it is they do a face where they go. Now, if you don't know the story behind the face, it may seem kind of funny on the surface, but if you know the story behind it, you'll know that's one of the best war cries ever. Because what the Maoris are saying when they do that is, not only will we destroy you, but we're going to eat you after we do. There's no scarier war cry in my book. So with that, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Victory in 5. If you have any questions or concerns you'd like me to address in a future episode, please contact us at facebook.com/Building Warriors, or you can email me directly, dj@nativediscovery.com. So until then, stay strong on your warrior path, and I'll look forward to taking care of you in the future. Miigwech. Thank you very much.